Hi, I'm Clemens from atmoky. In our first two videos we focused on the trueSpatial spatializer at event level. It's perfect for individual high-precise point sources. But in your game you may also have 3D recordings, multi-channel ambiences or music beds. Today we are completing the trueSpatial suite by looking at the AmbisonicRenderer and the renderer. Let's start with 3D ambiences. For environmental beds like a dense forest or a windy mountaintop, Ambisonics is a great choice. The AmbisonicRenderer currently supports First-Order Ambisonics, so it takes that 4-channel Ambix input and decodes it directly to Binaural for headphones. By default it responds to the player's rotation, but you can also headlock the soundscape so it moves with the player's head. As you already know from the spatializer, you can use the built-in distance attenuation. Place an ambisonic event in a specific zone and it will naturally fade as the player approaches. This way you can easily blend between different soundscapes based on the location on the map. If you want to use FMOD's built-in min-max distance, turn override off here. Next is the trueSpatial renderer. Unlike the spatializer, this isn't for positioning a sound in 3D space. It's for rendering formats. Think of a 5.1 surround music track or a 7.1.4 cinematic mix. If your player is on headphones, you can easily render your mix to binaural, ensuring those extra channels are virtually positioned around the listener. In case of downmixing, for example when going from 7.1.4 to stereo, you can define how the elevated and rear channels are filtered to simulate their original position in the 7.1.4 mix. So how do we put this all together? Your 3D events use the spatializer. Route these to a world bus, and in the case of binaural, add an externalizer for that out-of-head feel. Use the spatializer for anything with 3D coordinates, gunshots, voices, footsteps, animals, whatever. You can even build your own ambient soundscape using different sound objects distributed in trees, on buildings, in the sky, just like in the real world. Your pre-recorded or pre-produced background beds use the AmbisonicRenderer in case of Ambisonics or the renderer if you have channel-based audio files. Now let's have a look at the platform mode. Some users play with headphones, some with a stereo speaker setup, and some even have a 5.1 surround system. When selecting platform in the drop-down, you can use the platform mode to let the end user select the output format at runtime. All atmoky plugins used in the project will switch automatically. As stereo and binaural both use 2 channels, you can tell the renderer as well as the spatializer to either go for binaural or stereo rendering. Check out the atmoky developer hub for a detailed guide on the platform output format selection. With atmoky trueSpatial for FMOD, you have total control over the spatial performance of your mix. You aren't just panning sounds, you're building a physical acoustic environment. Grab the trial, check out the demo scenes and start exploring.